Y'all just let me know what you need.
Hello and welcome to Rawk Radio episode 22. Yes, this is your host, MPR, Michael Patrick Russell, followed by your host,
Coast John.
John. Dr. Sleep
Co-coast.
is
Dr.
once again joining us here on this fine afternoon. And we have two very special guests coming. You got astral projecting from. Where's your actual body right now?
Humboldt Park.
That's hilarious.
We're gonna find out what's
Astral
in Humboldt
projecting
Park
from quite a ways away. We had him on the podcast once. Right when we were first starting out, we had you.
I think it was the second or the
Yeah.
third.
Yeah,
Something like that.
the man, the myth, the legendary George Arthur Calendar, ladies and gentlemen.
Here with my special
And
guest.
our other special guest, Alex
Santilli,
the
Drum
man.
is Love.
Yeah,
Thank you for
drummer
that
of
touch.
love, right?
Drummer of love. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. I like that better.
Yeah, he has several projects. The Drum is Love.
Dude.
Drums is Love, one of his projects.
Yes.
Also,
Oh, man.
The Adventures of Anacleto, other of his projects.
solo
Just to name a few.
Very cool.
Wow.
Yeah, an amazing drummer, good friend, and he's very good to eat Italian food too.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm very good
That
at
is-
eating Italian food.
Ooh. We got a lot of topics to cover here right off the bat then.
Oh, yeah.
So where did you guys meet?
We met playing a show at the Whistler with Sean Green, one of
Yeah.
I remember the Whistler, man.
our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we met. Like 2019, I think. Like the summer of 2019.
Yeah, our tour on guitar,
Summer
me on percussion.
2019.
Yeah. And then he played with his band Late Night Laundry, and I was like, wow, that's before Sean Green.
Shout out to Late Night, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, later on, baby.
And to Sean too.
Yeah.
Where's Shawnee?
He's not playing music anymore. He's taking a
He's
break.
my neighbor,
Yeah,
actually.
he's our neighbor.
Okay.
He's my neighbor. Yeah.
He's selling like vintage furniture and
Yeah, well-
killing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? So when quarantine hit, he was just like, boom.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna sell this.
Yeah.
Or was he already doing that?
No,
Was he already
before.
a little
So
bit before?
he buys and sells. Does he go find it?
He goes and
goes to
finds it
estate
every
sales,
estate
just
every
everything.
fucking week.
Wow.
Exactly. And
Goes
he's
in.
like doing so good. His account actually is called Spears Furniture, so you can check it out. And he has an amazing shit. I have a couple of stuff that he gets, and he's very good at it. He's like a very good with persons and with people. So it's just like
Making a
natural
living,
salesman,
yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's good.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Does he repair them too when he finds them?
He does that too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, totally.
This shit ain't easy. Restoring old
No,
stuff,
dude.
man. Yeah.
No.
No.
That's very, very groovy, man.
Yeah.
And speaking of the master of groove, man,
Yeah.
Paradox is out now officially. It's been streaming, man.
It's
It's
been
been
yeah.
out there.
Yeah,
And
that Paradise
it's a-
was born. Yeah.
It's a lovely, lovely piece, man.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
How did that one come together
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah, like that was something that I was working last year before COVID. Like just starting to like get the feel of like making a new project, a new album, like more of my new solo stuff. And I started writing music, like it was like kind of groovy and funky. And then when COVID
The
started,
synths are amazing.
yeah, when COVID started, I kind of
Oh, yeah.
got in a breakup, and then I got super sad, and all
Yeah.
that music that I was like making ended up being like kind of like happy sad. So it's crazy because it's like very groovy, very funky, very like chill, sexy vibe. But basically,
Yeah.
the lyrics are kind of like sad goth boy. That's how
Yeah.
my guitar player Pepe would say. You know, like,
Shout out Pepe.
and it ended up being like a weird experiment because like I listened to it and I'm like,
So
oh my
true.
god, this music is so good, so groovy, but I'm like, it's so sad. I was so sad, and I'm
But it's so lovely, though.
Yeah.
I love
It's
how
great music.
sad and I love the sadness to it. It's balanced with
the
those,
music.
yeah,
Yeah.
with the tone.
Yeah.
It like picks you up, but you're
Great
still sitting there.
dichotomy,
Makes
you
you
know.
think you're sitting there, you know. Just like, definitely, I definitely feel a little wacky.
Yeah,
when I
it's-
listen to it.
Yeah.
Trips me out in a good way.
and that's
Like-
that's the beauty of it. That's
Yeah.
that's the point of it, you know, like trip you out, saying like, what the fuck is this, you know? Like, it's just like chill, sexy vibe, but like I know that something is going on, even though I don't
Yeah.
speak Spanish. Because
Yeah, no, it's great.
it's a bilingual album, which is my third album, like with vocals and lyrics of George Arthur Calendar, but the first one that has songs in Spanish. The other ones were in English.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have that vibe. Like everyone is like, I love it, but I don't know what you're saying. But I know there's something there, you know? Like,
Is that
like friends that don't speak Spanish say that. I know that something's going on, you know? Like that you're not like
Oh,
happy at all. You're not as
That's
happy.
vague emotion.
how did the Christmas song come to be?
Oh my God, fuck.
Xmas.
That's Christmas. I don't know why I always had spelled Christmas like that, like a Christmas. Maybe in
Yeah.
Mexico we do it like that.
That's
you know?
fun.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
why.
great.
And yeah, that started in Christmas, like literally Christmas of 2019. I don't want to sound pathetic, but I was pathetic,
Yeah.
and I was just very sad. Like,
It breaks up the album quite beautifully.
Yeah, this girl that
It's
I
like-
was dating for a few years and we lived together, she moved out like a couple of months before Christmas. Then like in Christmas she started being like more distance that week, and I was just so fucking bummed, you know. Like I thought I was gonna see her that week, maybe go to visit her to Florida, or she will fly back, and that didn't happen, and I was like very miserable. And in that moment, I definitely was drinking a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, very like hardcore, kind of like sad, you know. And I was just remember like that fucking Christmas week, I was just like so drunk and just playing like that rip. I don't know, it was kind of crazy, and that's how it started. And I kind of had like a little bit of a glimpse of what I wanted to do, but I was like, I'm just gonna leave that in the moment. I'll come back.
Yeah.
And I kind of like finished the song in July of last year, which is when I did all the album. I recorded all the album. I had like the scratches and the pieces there, but I was like working on other stuff at the same time, and I was like, I'm gonna just like take a break from this, and I'm gonna do it in July. That was my goal, you know. Like I want to record this album in July, and probably drop it in September, October. That was like my plan. And yeah, I started working on other music that I was having like COVID started, and I was just in my house. So I started like being creative, and I started feeling like less sad, and I was making other music. And when the time came, it was okay. It's July now, so I need to start working on this album that it meant something for me, you know, like kind of like that moment of like closure with that relationship that like affect me and also gave me so much shit.
Yeah, it was
So
a
much knowledge.
heavy relationship too.
Uh-huh.
Something you're really
Yes,
close to.
yeah, somebody
Yeah,
super
it's-
amazing
yeah.
that I had like, we spent so much time together, and I was like, I need to do it this year, and then I was like, okay, it's time to work on the songs. And when I'm like in the groove, like I'm pretty creative and I can get like stuff down, and I'm very organized too. And I was like, okay, I had like 10 songs, and the album ended up being just 7. Because I was like, you know what? I don't want to work more in these songs. I was like, it's good. These 7 songs are good. I don't know. Like, the other ones, I literally was like, they're good too, but I'm like, these 7 are the ones that I want to work on. And
It's a beautiful piece, man.
Yeah, I really liked it.
is.
I really liked it.
Really enjoy it tremendously and how it all came together.
Cool.
Me and John were talking about it quite a lot. We were wondering, was that all? Did you master, or did you lay everything out yourself?
Did you do all the instruments too?
I record everything, DIY it. The drums, obviously, I did I did in my pad, and like I do a lot of shit to try to make it sound the most like organic and natural, you know, because I don't quantize and I don't do a lot of shit like that, and then I also like move shit around. Alex actually did some percussions, like all the live percussions
Sounds
that you
great.
can hear there.
Nice.
He did it.
The chimes.
In Christmas, he did the chimes. Yeah, like the Christmas chimes. You know?
All the sparklies. I did all the sparklies.
Dude, that is rad.
Yeah,
You killed
man.
that.
He-
You crushed
He
that.
kills
man.
the production.
Self-engineering.
The production
Yeah.
stuff, man. It's
Yeah.
pretty intense.
I did not mix it though. Like my friend in Mexico, he was just here this last week. I just dropped him in the airport earlier.
Yeah.
He mastered my other albums, and he was like, "Hey, I want to mix your next album," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, sure." I didn't. I like to do my own thing because I have my own my sound, you know. Like,
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I'll do that experiment. And I basically just like record everything. I didn't worry about anything. Just like I tracked everything, and then kind of got the sound a little bit of what I like too, you know, like just to give him all the stems, like the most close of what I wanted. And then he just mixed it. It was a little bit of a while because we were doing it back and forth, you know, sending stuff from Mexico to here. And like he also is a very busy guy. He's a professional sound guy. He tours and shit. And he was still having he has gigs still, you know. So he was like very busy, even COVID.
Yeah,
And
man.
I thought it was gonna take like 1 month. Ended up taking like 2.5. And but yeah, everything takes time too, you know. Like sometimes you lay out stuff in your mind. That's how I am. Like, oh, I'm gonna have this done by this day. And a lot of people is involved too. And sometimes you can't get to that because everyone works different and moves in a different
Yeah,
way.
there's always lots of hands.
So groovy, dude.
And that's also something that I'm learning at the same time, saying like, dude, like I have this, I'm doing this for me, and everything else is gonna happen when it's gonna happen. You know, like, so it's also different knowledge too. You know, live and music knowledge at the same time.
Well, please, collective conscious, everyone here, all ears, aliens, go check that album out right now, Paradox. It's a beautiful piece. Paradox. And really well put together. A lot of vibes, dude.
Yeah, that's
Lot
what
of
I've been
vibes.
hearing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. I really like it. I think it's fun. I'm just like, oh my god, I was so sad now that I didn't listen to it like for a long time after the mix and master process.
Yeah.
And I had a break, you know, like it was too much of, you know, when you're recording stuff, you're always listening to it. And then I just started listening again since it's like on all the platforms. And I'm like, it's pretty cool. But I'm like,
which one do you use the most? Like, as far as like
song?
consistently for music streaming platforms?
I use Spotify,
Yeah,
but I
same.
never use
Yeah.
anything.
What-
I just started with Spotify just before COVID.
Yeah.
I went to Thailand, and I like 1 month before I downloaded Spotify for the first time. I
Yeah.
would always do like SoundCloud or YouTube or just like buy albums or pirate albums and be like blog shit and that.
Yeah.
But I stopped doing Spotify, and I like it now. It's okay, you know. Like
Badass, man.
I don't like the what's it called? It just connects you with everything.
Oh.
That Spotify just like links you everything. Whatever.
It's like a hyperlink or of some sort?
Like how everyone is connected in Spotify, you know? Like,
like it's...
Oh, you mean like their social media campaign, like on Spotify?
Yeah.
No.
Are you saying like...
the algorithm? Like I'm against the
algorithm,
algorithm,
yes,
because that
yes.
makes like
Yeah, no,
super.
that's-
that makes super easy to find good
Right.
music without
Yeah.
even wanting to like actually look for good music. And I've
Yeah.
always been like very like that with my music because I was
No,
like,
absolutely,
surf and
man. You were
dig with our
searching, man.
music,
You were
know?
creeping
You know,
around the back alleys of the dirty DIY when you first arrived.
So
back-
so for me, that is like the easy way. That's why I always
Yeah.
hated
Like,
Spotify. But now I rather just like do my playlist or just literally listen to music that I want to listen from this beginning, or like the people that I
Yeah.
like that have like their own playlists, or like DJs. You know, I listen to a
Yeah.
lot of like vinyl DJs. There are people that I have met in LA or here, or and then they make their own playlist too. And then
On
just, like that's
Spotify.
more
Yeah.
like no algorithm. You know, like
yeah.
you are kind of breaking the algorithm.
Yep.
You know. Which
Yeah.
you are not, but that's what I think.
How did the fantastic Jazz Cat come to you?
Wow, I don't know.
Where
actually,
does-
you were in the video
Where does
clip,
this
yeah.
Jazz Cat come from, my man?
Oof. I don't know. Like that song was like, I think like the last song that came for the album. It was already COVID, and I was very inspired by like jazz the last years again, the last 1 or 2 years, but more like in a fake jazz kind of way. You know, like 2 or 3 jazz
Fun
chords.
jazz.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then like
Improv jazz. Yeah.
so I was like very inspired with that, and with Wavy ID, we also try to do that. And our friend from the Manhattan
Shout out to
Club,
Wavy.
Alex, also he's like super jazzer, and I was like getting along with him a lot, and I was like, I want to play more jazz. So I started like learning a little bit more jazz, and I started learning interesting chords, like interesting like jazz chords, like very like more complex too, like and
How
that's
did-
basically was like one of the first chords that I started learning, and like I had that like 3 chords, and I was like, that's cool. And when I started like working it in July, because I just had everything there, it started in a jam, actually in a Facebook jam. I have it in my cell phone, a Facebook Live, that I was just jamming every day because I was bored.
It's beautiful,
And,
man. It's a masterpiece.
And when I was recording it, I was like, I want to sound like the Aristocats. You know, remember that movie? Or like Top Cat. That was like kind of like my vibe for it. Like very like a groovy street cat, you know, a street cat. And that's what I was trying to make, like a cartoon, like the most cartoon version of a jazz song. That's what I had in my mind, you know, kind of like a cartoon soundtrack, you know. Yeah. And I was like that bass,
absolutely,
like very like very jazzy but silly at the same time. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do like kind of like a Roy Ayer synthesizer, which is like I love that, just like to have on top. And it came, you know. And then
when did the frames from the music video come to your mind?
That was super random, like super random. Yeah, I didn't.
Everyone, please go check out George Arthur Calendar's. All his music videos are fantastic.
Yeah,
but go on,
super fun.
All done in-house by himself.
Kind of like DIY.
Yeah. Oh, what's that freaking excellent live performance called again?
This
one? You just showed us. Yeah.
This is called Live at Phonology. It's gonna be maybe out like next week. I haven't.
Please go check
even, like,
that out, dude. That was
how I'm
groovy.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's
super badass.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. When I started like writing the lyric for that song, it was like very sexy, and I was like, I'm gonna make a sexy song, you know, like. And then I was like, you know what? No, try to write like a more like Buddhist song, you know. So like the lyrics is basically that. And it's in Spanish, you know, but it talks about like seeing yourself like after COVID and after like my breakup and everything that I also like changed for myself and like kind of like doing me, you know, like I did that like all COVID.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like I want to write a song about it. It like being sexy, but with yourself, you know, something like you're like sweet talking someone, but that someone is you, you know.
Dude.
And it talks about like it's hard to say. It's like how to say and it's kind of like you're just like oh yeah to yourself, you know. You're okay, you're good. You want this. It's like doing your own mantra, you know. It's like
I don't think positive affirmations for everyone, like every individual, is hyped up enough. I think people need to do that in general
really
more.
Changes a lot.
You know, like dude. Well,
So
dude,
good.
you made a
manifesting your
groovy, sexy piece once again, dude. Came and slayed.
that was a fun piece. In the video,
love it,
you
bro.
were there. Thank you so
dude.
much. Last minute, my guy was like, dude.
Yeah, that was beautiful, man. You invited
be in
me
my
on.
video.
I was like, hell yeah. That was a fun day, man. That was really fun.
Yeah, it was a fun
You had a whole ass set, dude. You had like the whole thing, man. You had work. Everyone was.
It was crazy because it looked
together,
super
put things
produced.
together. Yeah,
But
like
it was
you
super
had-
DIY. You saw it. You were there. Like we were all doing. I was moving the lights.
was
We
so
were like
great.
doing everything us because.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good video.
It was so great.
Yeah, it was fun and it was
Yes.
cool that you came.
I'll definitely put it on the show notes. It'll be below.
Yeah,
Check it out. Click it.
it's a very fun video.
Looks
Looks pretty good and it came out like amazing. I'm like wow, like I couldn't believe it.
So groovy, bro.
Very groovy, very inspired. Like I always been a fan of Queen because that was my dad's favorite band, and all the Queen videos in the '80s were just like fucking theater stories, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I saw it the first time, I was like, oh my god, I feel like Freddie Mercury, and It's a Hard Lives video clip, you know. I was like, oh my, thank you, Joshua, you know.
Yeah.
And that my friend Janelle, which made the choreography for that, like Fosse dance, dude, that was amazing. You know? I don't even know how you guys learned that shit. I was so stressed. I was like
awesome.
stressed out, like drank a bunch of coffee and got super high, and because everything was going, I was like, there's nothing's going wrong tonight. Like it was like it's my party and I do whatever I want. Woke up, everything is perfect. As soon as I have everything is organized, everything is planned. As soon as I got into the car to drive there, like all this bad news like on my way, and I was like, fuck no. And I was like, shit, this shit is gonna go down. And my sister that was here in Chicago from LA, she was part of the video. I invited her. And she was like, don't worry, everything is going to come up. And I'm like, no, dude, everything is, and more bad news, all the way to like.
The universe will do that to you, man.
Yeah.
It just wants to see if you want it.
Yeah.
You know? It's like,
It ended up being so fun. I was like, oh, wow. Like, I remember that night, Alex couldn't make it because he had a show, like last minute show too. And it was like early, but then like it got changed like every hour, push, and
Yeah.
he ended up playing all the way to like 6 p.m. And he was like, I could have made it because he was like, this was like noon, you know.
Yeah.
But like they were just changing, and then we met like later at night. And I was like, dude, it was like playing a show. The first time, like a show, because all the stress that happened, and ended up looking so good. And I'm like, I'm very proud of that video. All of the videos are
very
fun,
nice.
but this was because all like things that happened before, but it ended up being good. Thank you for being there, also.
Absolutely, man.
You rocked it.
Alex, how long have you been rocking for? When did you get behind the kit?
Oh man, drum set. I started playing drum set pretty late in life, actually. I started playing when I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
I played like congas previous.
Did you play anything before percussion?
Yeah, I played piano as a kid and I sang. But I pretty much did sports. And then around like 17, I picked up the sticks.
What'd you play?
Soccer. I was a big soccer
Nice.
Yeah, and then I picked. Oh wow, whoa, that's trippy as fuck. Damn, I see. Wow, damn. What's up, Alex? How's it going?
Welcome to the Matrix.
But yeah, so I've been
Alex.
playing since I was like 17. So I just turned 28. So I'm just hit
Okay.
10 years on the instrument mark.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
but I went insane. So
What got you into percussion?
drumming and shit. I feel like. Man, I don't know, just like
Neil Peart?
life. Yeah, just life. Keith Moon, actually.
Yeah.
Keith Moon was my dad. Like, that was a big The Who. Keith Moon, and then just anger, man. And then
He's ready to
just
take
dealing
it out
with
on
anger.
something.
Yeah, dealing with anger.
Yeah.
And trying to get laid. And
That's
then,
great.
And then I got into jazz, and then I got into, like, good stuff. And, like, my 19, 20.
Is that the second drummer who said they got into drumming to get laid?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Drummers are
and it
cool.
doesn't-
That's the thing.
it doesn't
like,
end up
being a
happening
drummer is
right
the coolest
away.
fucking, and the singer, you know.
Yeah.
Not even the guitar player, the bass player. Obviously, is like nobody cares. Like
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I've been the bass player all my life.
That's rough.
Yeah.
man.
I don't know. I feel like
Every player is important. It
Yeah,
depends,
yeah,
it depends on what you bring to the stage, you know?
And he's
all
an
good.
amazing drummer. Also.
Yeah, dude.
man.
It sounds. Yeah, please, man. What are some current projects you're on right now?
So yeah, like the local band in Chicago I'm in is Late Night Laundry. And then I play drums with Lester Ray. I play drums. I play percussion in a funk band called Zoo Funk U, big jam band in Chicago.
Very cool.
Hell yeah.
And then all around, I just do a bunch of random shit to pay my bills and
So
have solo
busy,
music
man.
under the Adventures of Anacleto. And
Oh, cool.
yeah,
You
so
also like
Very
play
niche.
it downtown and bus.
yeah, and I street performer. I play with my
Oh,
boy
nice.
David. Shout out to Way. He's
Damn.
Way Music, trumpet player. But yeah, that's how I kind of. It's like Ubering for me. It's just like I just go down there and.
He's a real
That's great.
drummer and musician.
That's
You know, he's always gigging and hustling music. It's like I'm like always impressed. You know,
That's
like,
awesome.
like,
but
dude,
yeah.
that's amazing. You know,
Makes an
I do
act-
it in
living
between.
out
I
of
don't do it. I don't do it full ways. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
I have a lot of part-time thing.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude, that's what we like to hear at Rock Radio here.
Hell yeah,
So that's
baby.
what it's
Absolutely.
all about, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
the love.
excellent.
Grinding
Yeah.
it out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, as everybody's got to do it in a way. It's either however the hell you do it. You know, everyone figures it out.
Yeah.
If you really want to play, you know,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah. Any live performances coming up?
Well, he has like all June booked.
Well,
really?
you do. No,
Yeah.
but you.
For
but
both
you.
of you guys. For both of you guys.
Yeah, so I'm playing. God, Navy Pier. I'm playing Son Jarocho music, which is like music from Veracruz, Mexico, like southern Mexican music.
Very cool.
Very cool.
With, I feel like it's Jaime, the bass player from Dos Santos. His band called Afrumente, I believe, is the name of the group.
Excellent.
And then I'm going on tour with Zoo Funk U the 19th.
You going on tour?
Just for like 3 days.
Dude,
you know, it's a small
yes.
thing.
That's great just to get
And,
the road, though, man.
yeah.
Just,
Yeah, and then I
Yes.
think Late Night
Beautiful.
Laundry is playing Shubas on a Friday night on June 26th. It's like our first show back. So I
Nice.
think we're playing the bill with. I'm not sure who with, but June 26th. So that's
That's
June.
great.
Yeah.
Our,
Yeah, and for the George calendar, yeah, we only have one show booked, already, like completely booked for September 3rd at Coles. So that's like
be so
amazing.
Yeah.
We had a tour on Mexico, like from June 13th to the 23rd, but it got canceled or postponed because like they took a while to give us like the date, And then we had a weekend. It was like it's a cool venue in Mexico City. And we're gonna play like 2 shows before, like a DIY shows, and then in a bar, and then like it's like a venue that people go just to hang. And right now everything is reopening.
Yeah.
But then like they took that date from us and like threw us to the weekend, and I was like, we're not gonna
Coles,
go.
man,
Wow.
Coles.
So like that's postponed in a minute, and there's hopefully
What day is that gonna be?
Friday, I think, or
Okay.
Saturday. So it's gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm
It'll be in
excited.
the show
The last
notes.
show I played before COVID, it was at Cole's,
Yeah.
September 14th.
Right.
So it was gonna be
Wow.
almost 2
It
years.
was our last gig too.
We were doing open mics at what was the last place? Moe's Stanford.
Moses,
Right
Moe's,
before everything
man.
shut down.
Rest in peace, Moe's, man.
Man.
Are they done?
Man.
Yeah,
All
Moe's
right.
cool.
Oh, no.
R.I.P.
I'm good friends with JB.
Oh, man.
That hurts.
Rest
Moment
in
of
peace,
silence.
man. Lots
Damn.
of good places for all the places, man.
you guys have any show?
So I was going to say, and we'll just lay it down. Here we go. We did have a show booked. It was going to be in Round Lake at this place. What was the place called?
I think it was.
It was
Village
the very first
Spirits
show
or
we
something.
ever booked
Village Inn?
since like
Village Inn.
forever. But unfortunately, our drummer is no longer with us.
Yeah.
We are currently seeking percussionists or drummers, anyone that wants to jam. But yeah, so we might have to push that one back a little bit.
When was
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
When was that?
It was going to be on June 12th.
Well, you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
can
Right,
just
yeah.
play electric drums, just like computer
That's what
drums.
we
That's
were
amazing.
thinking.
We actually
I
have
did that
a
for
messing
a
around.
while.
pedal that we
you
can
go.
Yeah,
use.
like
what's
a
the
loop,
pedal
like,
called,
yeah.
John?
It's called a strum, like drum with an S in front of it.
Well, you can
It's
just
pretty
like
badass.
just like your
It's okay.
pre-recorded drums. You just put it there and like play like on it. Like Wavy ID
Yeah.
play like that for like over like a year. Like we had like drum machine
Yeah.
and we just like play over the drums.
Yeah.
Like, instruments and a sax.
I think we're just
going
gonna
to
do it. We're just gonna pull through. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Hell yeah.
But that was it was the first show we went to, and it was just so cool to see live music again.
It was incredible.
And we met a bunch
Dope.
of cool people. Excellent metal band is going to be with us next week. Nice. And we saw they like melted our face off.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
That was
Pretty
incredible.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was groovy, man. But yeah, right about this time, we'll break away and rock the fuck out, and then we will come out
Cool.
and do the rap.
Sick.
Rock.
So blurry, mommy, your name now, baby. I promise I won't forget. I think I'm falling in love now, baby. I'm sure I'm falling in love. So blurry, mommy, in love now, baby. I promise I won't forget. I think I'm falling in love now, baby. I'm sure I'm falling again. So blurry, mommy, your name now, baby. I promise I won't forget.
Check.
Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
There it is.
Dude, yeah, that's such a good tune.
John,
Operator.
can you hear me?
Here we go.
Excellent.
Cool.
Welcome to the roundup.
Hello and welcome to the Rock Radio Roundup. This is your host, NPR, and we just laid down some smooth tracks here.
Yes,
It's the first time we ever went live. We don't know how that went, but we'll be doing that more. Thanks to George here.
De nada.
Yes.
You showed us the way, man. You navigated us.
It's just
Dude,
like
this
you just go for it, you know. Like we're in the time of live streaming, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Like nobody's gonna judge, you know.
Yeah.
Like if they judge,
Yeah. No, we got to do it
just
more.
like-
You're right. We
Yeah.
should we should totally do it more.
I'm played
I'm
that chord right now.
no, yeah. But like it's definitely being like a AOL kid, I'm still a little scared of it. You know, like there's a little
Yeah.
but I shouldn't be. That is, you know, live stream is great. You know.
how do you guys felt with the jam?
It was great, dude.
I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Thought it
What
came out
kind of
nice.
style was like the last jam that you recorded, or the last song that you did?
The last
Last
jam that was like really jammy was
like
with
punk?
my homie Nick Rhinotis on the drums, and we just like mic'd that. It was the last time we had the room,
Nice.
and like
Yeah.
it was awesome because we had the direct boxes. Everything was laid out,
Yeah.
so all we had to do was like press record. Everything was live, and we didn't have to worry about a thing. and we
Nice.
just went off for
Heavy
like
stuff too.
40
Fucking
minutes,
sick.
and we ended up accidentally making a 6-track EP.
Nice.
Like it just
Whoa.
like we took like the best of like
like
what
some-
happened in the room during that moment, and just kind of captured that magic, you know.
Whoa.
Which I would have loved to even done on a scale with you guys, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
you said,
We'll
we were
do
just
it,
like
yeah.
kind of figuring it
Yeah, it
out
was cool
and
today.
like just getting it. But I definitely want it to be that vibe of just like you kind of show up, you're in the room, everything's mic'd up, you just ran the episode, and like whatever comes in that moment,
Right.
you know, is like you capture it.
No setup, you just go.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice.
You know,
Yeah.
I think it's cool,
Yeah.
it's special, it's something magic about no matter what, capturing it in the moment.
What comes, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
So yes, George Arthur Callender once again joins us for the second time on episode 22, Synchronicity.
Whoa, that's
Second time, 2-2. Wow, that's crazy.
two,
Yeah. I
two,
think
two.
I was in the second episode, right?
you
Or the
were-
third. I don't remember.
You were, I think 4. Or what?
I think it was 6.
6. 6.
Oh.
3,
Which
6,
is
9.
2
3,
plus
6,
2
9.
plus 2.
No.
Yeah, that was
Some wild numerology,
Yeah.
man.
that definitely was a good jam.
I love that, man.
It's this is actually kind of like the next album that I'm gonna put out. This
Okay.
vibe like bossa nova, psychedelic, like
love
I would
it.
say
Yeah, we
like
kind of did end up making that kind
music
of
to the
Yeah.
like
awesome.
LSD on an elevator, you know, like
Yeah.
psych pop, but with a bossa oriented and very synthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
yeah, you just shred, man. You just
Lay it down.
hopped up on that keyboard and just tasty treats.
all instruments.
I was not.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to make like a bossa song, but like
Yeah.
he had this already here, you know. So it's kind of like just go for it, you know.
Yeah.
And
That's
Alex
so
is like
cool.
a master of disaster of like Latin rhythm.
Yeah,
you
man.
know?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's so groovy.
Yeah, we're going in
What
on it.
is this drum called again?
That was a cajon.
Dude, you could hear
Yeah.
it right now. That's
Yeah.
great. Whew,
It does cut through. It's nice.
that's
Yeah.
badass.
Are those
Yeah.
heavy?
Those are so cool.
It's not too bad.
You can
Like,
carry it
there's-
around.
yeah, you can carry it around. It's very doable. They make
Compared to
all
the shit
sorts
he
of
carries around the
bags.
city, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
picked
yeah,
him
man.
up. Remember, like not too long ago, like I picked him up from.
Yeah,
with
you
your
saved
drum
my
kit.
ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens when you're busking.
That's totally fun.
Yeah.
I want to do it
Yeah.
this year. I really want to do it with you. Like,
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
if you want
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
It's just money, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds so fucking fun.
Do you guys eventually want to make it out to the pyramids?
The pyramids. Hell
Yeah.
fucking yeah. I
Have
would
you-
love to go to the pyramids.
Yeah.
Which pyramids?
Egyptian pyramids.
There's plenty.
Yeah.
They're all over. There's not just. in
There's
Egypt.
one
Yeah.
pyramid like up north.
Did you see the
Chicago.
one
I want to go. Like a girl that I went on a date last week. She's like, I want to go to the pyramids, and I'm like, should we do that hike? And I was like, researching, and it's super,
Dude.
it's closed, and it's also
Wadsworth, Illinois.
yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
let's go.
You have you been there?
Yeah, I went out. It's like just some dude and his family built.
Oh yeah,
a
yeah. I've
huge
seen that shit
pyramid,
before.
like,
yeah, yeah.
replica.
Replica. Okay.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
worth-
it's
to do
it
a state thing,
is
yeah.
It's worth
pretty
it.
the real
intense.
deal almost.
Yeah.
It's worth it to go.
Oh yeah. Well, right now it's technically closed. So if you want to wait till it opens up, you
Word.
could actually go inside. I may or may not.
Or we could just
not
go film a music
Like,
video.
yeah. It's like at your own risk, but it does. Usually it is open, so
Okay,
you can
cool.
like
Oh, cool.
walk through.
Yeah.
But like even if you drive by at night, you could still see it from like the fence, you know, looking over, and they actually like light up the statue
Oh shit.
and the
What color?
pyramid and everything. Like light, they light it up just
Bright
with
white?
regular lights. Yeah, so you could see the gold, and because the guy actually had real gold like put on. The
Holy shit. Damn, dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
That's
Like
fucked.
gold and pyramids or that
Yeah.
kind of shit is just like unbelievable. When I was in
Yeah.
Thailand, I went to a bunch of like Buddhist like temples.
Oh, dude, that's
Just
right.
like full of gold and like
amazing.
and also like you see like the highest fucking like hill is like there was a Buddhist temple. It's like why? Like
Really?
let's go all the way there and build this fucking like
Oh,
super
that's
tall
amazing.
shit.
That's so badass.
That's so
Yeah.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
they would do it in like in
Yeah.
eons. So I don't know what's like that like time like measure that they use. Like
Yeah.
okay, it's gonna be ready in 25,000 years. That's super interesting because it's like I would say like. You will like drive a bunch, you know, driving. You know, I had
Yeah.
a motorcycle and then park
Nice.
and then walk over like 45 minutes to the top in this fucking like super uphill stairs.
Yeah.
And then the temples, they're like gold, amazing, you know, like tall. And you're like, dude, you were like, let's fucking build that there, you know? I was just amazed.
Yeah.
I've been in a bunch
incredible.
of like pyramids and ruins in Mexico. And I definitely was like stunned by the ones in Thailand. I was like, dude, this is just like different, you know?
Yeah.
Like Mexicans are pretty cool too, you know? But
Yeah,
these
I
ones
bet
are just like
all
we're
of them.
different.
Yeah, that's so cool that you've seen different
Yeah.
types. Just a little.
I do want to
Yeah.
go to Egypt for sure,
Yeah.
like to Africa too, and
Yeah.
maybe soon. Have you been to any?
I've never been to Africa. I wish. Italy's the closest
I
I've
have
gotten.
not been to Africa. No,
But like
I
the
really
pyramids-
would love to.
pyramids besides
No, I would
this-
love to. The pyramids as well. Still have not the only.
Yeah,
I
me
still
too.
Ireland, Europe, like London. I think that's as far as I went.
Yeah.
And then Canada, Mexico.
Near Oaxaca.
But when are you going down again to Mexico?
I think like in 1 week.
Yeah,
Maybe.
dude, you
For
got.
like
I
2
got.
weeks,
I want to
yeah.
go again. I
You
want to
should
go again.
come,
I
yeah.
literally last time I went was, with
You have a
Emily.
passport?
I do.
Cool.
Yeah,
I just like
So-
renew my passport. You just renew
Yeah, I
your
know.
passport too.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Awesome.
Because we got to get that. Well, you got to get that hotel going.
Yeah, that's gonna be
mentioned on
soon.
the-
Yeah,
on
I
the
want to go.
first
I
episode,
need to go
like,
and start
that
there.
is-
Yeah, I need to
yeah.
go just like and start like looking at the properties.
Yeah.
That's why. The thing is, every time I say a date, it's not gonna happen. I know that it's not gonna happen. So now
Yeah.
I'm just like gonna say like, okay, I'm gonna go next week. You know, because I'm
Yeah.
not planning it. I'm not putting it there. So
Yeah.
I might go next week after the
Hotel.
11th. Because
Hotel of Love, man. The music hotel. That's it.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't wait. To the vegan.
That's such a
music hotel.
badass idea, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be.
Is
teaching-
it going to be 24/7 access or
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
it's-
live streams every hallway?
I feel it's gonna be like that's like the dream that I see, you know, like
Yeah.
every night something different. A lot of musicians like gathering and like sharing music and also recording for each other too, you know.
Yeah.
Just a space. Like for me, it's when I've been around like yogi hotels or meditation hotels around the world, you can see the energy and the vibe between the people that are staying there. You know, there's a
Yeah.
vibe. You're helping
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other. You're doing acro yoga together. You're meditating together.
Yeah.
So basically, that's inspiring, but like in the music point of view, you know, like you come, you work on your music, but let's say like you guys come to record a duo album, and Alex is there already, like, and I'm like, hey, there's a percussionist, dude, like you should do something, and like, oh yes, and they're just like recording
how it
together,
works.
That's
uh-huh.
a really good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
And then you meet people from all over the world, and you just like make music, like your music, but you have musicians that you didn't even knew that you were gonna meet. You know, like that's
Right.
kind of like the idea.
You
I
could put a
love
little
that idea.
studio in there.
No, of course,
Yeah.
it's a recording studio actually.
Okay.
It's like a project of like
Studio,
a hotel,
hotel,
like a small,
and-
like a boutique hotel with 3-4 DIY studios, like cabin styles, like very
wild.
boho, and yeah, people come and stay.
can
in
see
the
it,
hotel.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I
too.
can
Like,
see
I
it.
have
So
it here
great.
every day for the last year and a half. It's just like here. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
dude, I
That's a
need to start that.
fantastic idea.
Yeah, it really
Very
is.
affordable too, you know, and you don't need to bring anything besides your laptop because it's gonna have like compressors,
so
preamp,
you just-
instruments, everything there. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the gear. That's the
Wow.
thing. So that's the music hotel because you come and make music. You don't need to bring shit. You just need to bring your ideas and your project. Even though it's gonna be computers there, but you can bring just your hard disk drive or whatever to record everything that you did and just like bring it home, mix it in your house, or even mix it there. Pretty
You
affordable
might run
prices.
into a producer there. That's a
Yeah, of course. Like, yeah, like,
it's a
yeah.
networking
I my plan is also like,
great way to bring
like for
people
example,
together.
if you
You should
guys,
get like
Absolutely.
a hot tub.
yeah,
you know, like-
don't worry for that. Everything is gonna be like,
Need a hot tub. It needs.
or
a
for example,
Rooftop
like
bar.
you guys, yeah, it's gonna be a non-alcoholic hotel though, because I don't drink and I don't want to have like booze around.
No, that's
But
fine,
you can
yeah.
bring your
Yeah.
booze, but I'm just not gonna sell booze inside.
Booze
you
in the
like,
rooms.
Yeah. I have the idea, for example, like let's say you guys want to record your album and here you're gonna go to the studio and it's like
Yeah.
$2,000 to record
Gonna
it, you know?
spend
So you can just
18
come there, come there, spend like half of it and
Yeah.
record it there, get inspired there. So that's I want to also bring friends from Chicago, from LA, from
Yeah.
to bring like to come and work in nature. You know, that's the vibe that you want, maybe. You know, so it's not only for like solo acts, you know, or solo musicians. Just sort of come and record your album there. You know, you get like special price, and also it's like sometimes you don't see it, but it's super affordable to fly to Mexico. You know, like and if you can spend like $1,000 in recording studio here in Chicago, you can spend $1,000 to fly there, eat there, and also like and have a vacation. You know,
Full vibe
Yeah.
too. Brought to you by George.
because this
and
is
stuff.
very
I
it's gonna
like
be
that.
very
Yeah,
affordable,
you feel the
ridiculously
vibe.
affordable.
I think it's
Yeah.
a great,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Well, that's my
idea.
retirement
Yeah,
plan.
that's
I
great.
hope in the next 3 years is ready to
Next
go.
year,
You know,
yeah.
like
retire in like a year or so.
yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah. dude.
Please, like,
Uh,
go fund me now.
When you
Yeah,
do
right.
get back on the road, George, where are you hoping to tour
Well,
first? You gonna go east, west?
I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm gonna tell you like my very honest opinion.
Yeah.
Shit is gonna be very, very like hard to play right now because everyone wants to play. You know, everyone wants to start playing. Bigger acts are gonna start playing small venues too because they just like miss everything. You know, like, and I feel it's gonna be a hard. So I think I'm gonna just whatever comes. I will play obviously. You know, but.
yeah.
But like on a tour idea and that, I feel that I'm just gonna like let it wait and sit till like maybe next year.
Yeah.
To have a little bit more space, you know, because I feel it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be very busy, you know, like
Yeah.
and it's hard to compete against like bigger names, you know, to get like a night on the venue, you know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like I'm sure that it's gonna happen. We're gonna get invited to play for sure to cities and places.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to just like organize my own thing for next year, you know.
That's
like-
great.
Yeah.
And the same, maybe
Yeah,
not
'cause
even
there's
be here in the
definitely as much as it's
demand.
going to be hard to get like into the typical venue. There definitely are going to be a wave of new underground DIY
Yeah.
spots and other operations. Like I think I
Yeah.
would love to get involved in the scene again. I don't even, like because I think it was like years since I was even really going to like the DIY shows.
Yeah.
but there's definitely going to be a whole
It's
another
gonna be
wave of that.
everything is gonna change, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, like not only because of the new way to live, you know, the mask or the people that the capacity of the places, but also like the new way of expression. You know, it's like in the COVID, everything was like live streaming. That was wild. You know, comedians were doing live streaming, like musicians,
Yep.
like DJs. Even like painters, like you know, like artists, you know, like,
which honestly isn't going away.
no,
Like,
of
there's
course,
like,
but
it's
that's a
just
new
gonna be-
thing.
yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
gonna
So
be
that's a new, so, and
there.
now it's gonna be like a lot of like also like collectives that are like
Yeah.
people that met through COVID and start working together, collaborating. Now it's gonna be like
Yeah.
live. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm very excited to see it too. You know.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything's changed for good, and yeah, we're just the thing is being in the right time, in the right moment, and but being ready.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
for anything.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, always.
All very exciting stuff. And everyone, please, once again, go check out George Arthur Calendar. Some of the grooviest stuff you'll find out there. Paradox just dropped. It's out there in the atmosphere. Paradox just dropped. Beautiful, beautiful stuff, man. As far as this summer, how many times will you be visiting your personal favorite ice cream shop?
Oh wow, that's a great question. I hope like every day, because I just buy the like lime ice cream in Humboldt Park, the cart, and I'm trying to go every day to play tennis in Humboldt, and
I didn't know you tennis.
I
That's
suck
awesome.
at playing. I
Dude,
suck
I
at
wanna
tennis,
play.
but
I'll
I play
play.
every day. Like I have rackets, I have
You wanna go?
everything. Of course, yeah.
Dude,
like,
let's go.
Yeah, I
Also,
love
we got to
playing.
go get our nails did.
I do it like the
Yeah.
last time. Remember we couldn't book the place.
I know a guy,
Let's go.
a teacher I work with. He
Yeah.
does nails.
Really?
Let's
do it.
Yeah.
She does.
Hell yeah.
Is she cute?
Yeah, he owned a couple nail salons and he sold them.
couple?
Yeah.
He's a teacher. Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
We should. I
Yeah.
definitely need to get my nails done. Like no joke.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
joking.
had my first experience a few months. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King Spa?
No, it was Lee Nails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lee nails.
Yeah.
King Spa is open, like all of it now.
Is it really?
The pools
I haven't
are
been to
open.
That's
Kings in
awesome.
so long.
Yeah, me too.
man.
I think you've told me about that.
I'm,
You've
I,
Yeah.
that,
been
I
there?
have
Kings is
band,
fun, yeah.
band that I used to go with my ex all the time. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready, but
Yeah.
if you're my date, we can go. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do this together.
They have a pyramid room.
Yeah, that's
Speaking
actually one of
of-
my favorites.
They
That's my the
Speaking
gold
of-
pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
But yeah, nails done, like ice cream, tennis. that sounds fun. This summer's gonna be fun. You know? I
It's
feel
gonna
like
be an awesome summer.
last summer
It's
also
gonna kick ass.
also last summer was like all the protests and everything happening, which it was like pretty shitty, you know, like in a COVID year
Yeah.
and all the violence happening from the fucking cops and shit. So it was a different summer, you know. Like I feel like nobody
Yeah.
really enjoyed it because we were just like trying to get our voice out there, you know.
Absolutely.
And even though shit hasn't changed, you know, but at least it's a COVID is and getting to an end, you know, and
Yeah.
at least we're gonna get a little bit that life that we used to have, right? So
Absolutely,
in
man.
Chicago summer, so I'm pretty into enjoying it.
It's gonna be in the 90s by this weekend.
Holy shit.
It's already here.
Yes.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah.
Epic.
shorts.
Yes. Well, to having an excellent summer, everyone. Let's do it. Thanks again so much, man.
Thank you for
coming
having
on.
us. Thank
much
you all,
fun.
guys.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
John.
Pleasure.
So much fun.
Michael.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you guys. Or
Yeah.
nice to meet you, Alex.
Yeah, man. So
Shred.
nice to meet you guys.
Shred City, man.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you, everyone. And we'll see you next week. Good
Voila.
night.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.